Everybody, and welcome back to another video with me, Diamond Racing today. And we are going to do the 2025 driver lineup prediction. Once again, like my last year's video, I'm doing it very early for a more of a randomness to it because, yeah, if you do it in the year, there's many drivers you know who's going to stay. So I'm doing it now for the factor of more randomness. And yeah, I will be doing my reaction to the previous one, my 2024 predictions, and I know that's not going to be very good because every single driver in every single team has the same two drivers they end the year with. So it's the first time in the whole F1 existence that happens. So yeah, I think that's going to be wrong, and my predictions on how every driver will finish the 2024 championship is coming out in the next few days as well. So let's get started let's get into the 2025 driver lineup predictions. So yeah, I'm going to start with the teams I think will stay the same, and then I'll go to one driver exits and then two drivers exit or change, and yeah, you'll see when I get there. So yeah, let's get into it. Starting with the first team, it's going to be Haas. I think Haas will stay with Kevin Magnussen and Nico Hulkenberg because they had so much drama with their driver lineup the last few years. Magnussen and Hulkenberg aren't too bad. Hulkenberg had a good year last year. Sorry, my hair is just crazy. So yeah, I don't think Haas will change their driver lineup because of the fact that they wanted a older driver lineup with more experience, and I think they will keep it like that maybe until 2026 with any regulations. So yeah, sorry, this here bothers me now. There we go. The second team is going to be Mercedes. I think Mercedes, of course, is going to stay the same with Lewis Hamilton and George Russell. Yeah, it's not much to say really. Mercedes and Hamilton are like jam and peanut butter sandwich, yeah. And George Russell, Mercedes spent way too much money and time developing this driver just to not have him in the car for a very long time. So I think both of them will stay. I don't know if the Mercedes will be as competitive next year, and we will see about the predictions of that one. But we'll actually see what happens next year. But yeah, my very early predictions for Mercedes. Our third team is going to be McLaren. McLaren, of course, going to stay the same with Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. McLaren had a very solid year. I hope they bring the car over with a competitive car next year. And yeah, I think Norris and Oscar Piastri will stay at the team because Norris is their star driver and a golden boy. And Oscar Piastri, they spent way too much money to just replace him after 2 years. And he's a young lad, and I think they can get him to do a lot of things in the future. So yeah, why not? Our fourth team is going to be our first team to change one driver. It's going to be Ferrari. I think the driver lineup is going to be Pierre Gasly and Charles Leclerc. You'll see where the other drivers are going. So yeah, I think Gasly will move to Ferrari because I think he's going to have another good season in 2024, probably outscoring Ocon again. And then I think, yeah, he'll take Sainz's place at Ferrari because he and Leclerc are very good friends. And I just think there'll be a very solid driver lineup with Leclerc and Gasly. Gasly coming into the team, maybe going to be a second driver in the beginning until Charles maybe leaves. But yeah, Charles is the golden boy, like Verstappen to Red Bull and Norris to McLaren. I don't think he's going to leave anytime soon. And funny enough, when I did the driver lineup, and I decided who's going to go where, I saw rumors that Leclerc is going to stay at Ferrari until 2029, so probably a good idea to keep Charles here. But we'll see what happens. I think this is going to be the best driver lineup ever because Gasly is my favorite driver at the moment. So Gasly at Ferrari would be mad with the classy teammate. Would be so cool. Our fifth team is going to be Aston Martin, and I think the driver lineup is going to be Alexander Albon and Fernando Alonso. This is probably going to be Fernando Alonso's last year if the Aston Martin isn't competitive enough. But yeah, I think I think this will be a very good driver lineup with Albon and Alonso. Albon showing you how good he can be. Probably going to Aston Martin, leaving Williams because Williams isn't fast enough anymore, or isn't fast enough at all. And go to Aston Martin, replacing Stroll, which is going to go to the WEC Aston Martin hypercar thing that's going to come in 2025. I think that's a good out for on Stroll. And yeah, just like I said, I think Alonso will probably have his last year if there isn't a title contender year for him. But Albon at Aston Martin will be very cool and good. And I think that driver lineup will be solid, one of the best maybe. But we'll see what happens in 2024. Our sixth team is going to be Alpine with Esteban Ocon, and the guy replacing Gasly is going to be Theo Pourchaire. Sorry, I must say Theo Pourchaire. Now, what I think Ocon, of course, I think he's going to stay there. Gasly leaving, I don't think they want two drivers to change, so Ocon's going to stay there, and Pourchaire is going to be stolen from the Sauber Academy because they took too long to sign him. So Alpine signed him because he is a French driver, and I think the Alpine uniform likes both French drivers in the team. So I think that's cool. I think that Pourchaire would be cool. Would be cool to see him in the Alpine car. Yes. Our seventh team is going to be Racing Bulls. On this point yet, they have not said what the team's name is going to be, but Racing Bulls. I've heard things that it's not going to be a sister team anymore, and Helmut Marko doesn't have such a big role, but I saw that after I made this list. So Racing Bulls is going to be Yuki Tsunoda and Liam Lawson. Very obvious driver lineup. I think the team will maybe be faster, maybe be weaker, I don't know. Yuki Tsunoda, of course, staying there for another year. If he gets another seat somewhere else, I think he'll grab it with open arms, but I don't think that will happen anytime soon at this point. And of course, Liam Lawson, because he already has a contract with AlphaTauri for 2025. So yeah, that's why it's going to be Yuki Tsunoda and Liam Lawson. Very good to see Liam Lawson back in F1 and Yuki Tsunoda in maybe a better team. Our eighth team is going to be Red Bull with, of course, Max Verstappen and Daniel Ricciardo. Another one I think is going to be interesting is Max Verstappen. Of course, he's going to stay there at Red Bull. I don't know if he's going to decide to retire. If he dominates 2024 again, maybe he would retire. But Ricciardo, I think he is the one to replace Perez, and I think Perez will retire after the 2024 season. So yeah, that's all I have for the driver lineup at Red Bull. It's the one I predicted last year also, so not much to say there. Our ninth team is the first team to change both drivers. It's going to be Williams, and I predict they are going to have a driver lineup of Mick Schumacher and Friedrich Vesti. Now, Mick Schumacher and Friedrich Vesti has ties to Mercedes. James Vowell has said he's trying to break the ties or not make it as dominant, but I think Mick Schumacher and Friedrich Vesti has potential, and maybe Toto Wolff just asks, or they come with an agreement, because James Vowell is a fan of Schumacher, as far as I know. I don't think Logan Sargent would do good at all when he would lose his seat. So that's why I predicted Mick Schumacher and Friedrich Vesti doing 1 year at WEC or WEC, Mick, and then he'll return to F1 with Williams, and alongside the rookie Friedrich Vesti. So yeah, we'll see if that happens. It will be cool to see both of them back in F1. And our last team is going to be Sauber, and I think the driver lineup is going to be Robert Schwartzman and Carlos Sainz. Zhou and Bottas being left out without a seat. Bottas maybe retiring, and Zhou kicked out of the team, of course. Now, why I chose Robert Schwartzman is because of the ties with Ferrari. Maybe because Sauber isn't as big financially. I tried for the last year as a team to maybe get Robert Schwartzman there to get a deal with the engine. Some drivers do that. I think they have a deal like that with Haas and Ferrari. So maybe they're going to do that and try to do that with Robert Schwartzman, and they're going to take Carlos Sainz from Ferrari, because there is rumors that they already signed a deal with Sauber for the Audi outfit coming into the sport in 2026. So maybe having him there a year before, getting used to the people around him, I think that would be a good idea. Yeah, but that is my 10 teams. What do you think? I didn't put Andretti here because I don't know if he is going to have his own team yet, but we'll see about that. And I really hope I do good this year, because I think my 2024 predictions did go badly wrong. If I just get 10 correct, that'll be fine. But yeah, like I said, my reaction to the 24 driver lineup video is going to come in within the week, and my predicting the 2024 drivers championship and constructor championship will also be out this week, and that's what's going to be interesting, because you'll see why. But thank you for watching. Have a great day and enjoy the summer break or winter break. I don't know, I'm in South Africa, it's summer here, so yeah, enjoy it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like and subscribe. Cheers.